Hi, good morning. Welcome to our daily discussion on structural and grammatical accuracy in English writing. In this 17th session, you are going to identify an error in the use of a modifier causing ambiguity, that is, giving room for two interpretations of the same sentence. A modifier is a word or a phrase or a clause qualifying or limiting the meaning of a preceding noun, what is called an antecedent. To understand the meanings of the terms modifier and antecedent, take a look at this noun phrase. The phrase a lorry carrying a heavy load of timber. The noun lorry is called the antecedent because that is the noun going before the modifier, and the phrase carrying a heavy load of timber is the modifier. If we use that was, that becomes a clause. Whatever it is, whether it's a phrase or a clause, that is the modifier. So, carrying a heavy load of timber modifies or qualifies the noun lorry. Otherwise, the noun lorry remains unlimited in meaning, unqualified. Now, the important thing to remember is while placing this modifier in a sentence, you have to place it immediately after the noun or the antecedent to which it refers. Otherwise, it will result in ambiguity, that is, it will give room for two interpretations. Let us see this as an example of ambiguity and as an example of the wrong placing of modifiers. We have a meditation hall in our memorial that can accommodate 200 practitioners. That can accommodate 200 practitioners is the modifier, the clause. As it is, what does it modify? The noun memorial. That is incorrect. Actually, it should modify the noun hall, meditation hall. So, how do you restructure the sentence to rectify this error? In our memorial, we have a meditation hall that can accommodate 200 practitioners. Now you have eliminated that ambiguity by placing the modifier correctly after the antecedent meditation hall. Let me repeat the sentence. In our memorial, we have a meditation hall that can accommodate 200 practitioners. So be careful about the placing of modifiers immediately after their antecedents. Here are a few more examples. Two men have been arrested by the police who are believed to be involved in the robbery. So, as it is, the modifier who are believed to be involved in the robbery refers to police. It is not the police who are believed to be involved in the robbery, it is two men. So, the antecedent is men. So, the modifier should be placed immediately after men. Do it now. Two men who are believed to be involved in the robbery have been arrested by the police. That is how you restructure the sentence to give the meaning without ambiguity. Or you can restructure it in another way by changing the passive voice verb into the active voice like this. The police have arrested two men who are believed to be involved in the robbery. That is another way of restructuring to remove ambiguity. One more sentence. For sale, gorgeous house of a lady with an excellent facelift. I believe you know the meaning of the word facelift. Facelift is a repair work done in necessary places in a building to make it look more attractive. When such a facelift is given in a building, it is called renovation. Such a repair work is often done on the face of a lady, an attractive lady in her advanced years, to make her look more attractive. In such a context, this facelift is called not renovation but titivation or sprucing, they call it. Now, the important point here is whose facelift is mentioned in this sentence, in this advertisement. Obviously, it refers to the house, not the lady. So, how do you restructure this advertisement to remove the ambiguity? For sale, you can't change that phrase because that is the language of the advertisements. For sale, gorgeous house with an excellent facelift of a lady. Is it correct? Even then, the ambiguity remains because it refers to facelift of a lady. Even then, the ambiguity remains. So how do you remove the ambiguity? For sale, a lady's gorgeous house with an excellent facelift. That sounds correct. Now the ambiguity is removed. So let us restructure it now. For sale, a lady's gorgeous house with an excellent facelift. Or you can remove the noun lady itself. That also is a better way. For sale, gorgeous house with an excellent facelift. So that is how you place modifiers correctly in sentences and remove ambiguity in them. Here are two more sentences. The man was carrying a pot on his head made of clay. The man was carrying a pot on his head made of clay. These are teakwood cots especially designed for comfort-loving people with a long life. These are teakwood cots especially designed for comfort-loving people with a long life. Certainly there is ambiguity there, but these are sentences for your exercise. You have to do the exercise by yourself, spotting the error and also using the modifier correctly. I hope you will also practice writing sentences of your own using such modifiers and also placing them correctly in your sentences. We'll see the next sentence tomorrow. Bye.